Good afternoon and welcome to the BBC News at 1 live from Downing Street, where there sounds like there's a protest has struck up at the gates. There was booing a few moments ago, not entirely clear who that was aimed at. This evening, Boris Johnson will face a vote of confidence in his leadership by Conservative MPs. If he loses, he will stand down as party leader. It follows anger over Sue Gray's report detailing lockdown rule breaking in Downing Street. Well, the vote was triggered after at least 54 Conservative MPs submitted letters of no confidence. If Mr Johnson wins tonight and at least 180 MPs vote in favour of him, he will remain as leader and, under the current rules, be immune from another no confidence vote for a year. Currently, more than 80 MPs, including cabinet ministers, have signalled publicly that they back him. Number 10 says Mr Johnson welcomes the opportunity to make his case to MPs, and the vote is a chance to end months of speculation. Our political correspondent Helen Catt reports.
For weeks, the contents of Sir Graham Brady's inbox has been a source of intense speculation. Now, there's confirmation.
The threshold of 15% of the Parliamentary Party seeking a vote of confidence in the Prime Minister has been passed. Therefore, a vote of confidence will take place within the rules of the 1922 committee. That vote will take place this evening.
The Jubilee offered a brief break for Number 10, but the movement towards this point has been building over many months. Some Tory MPs were angry about revelations of lockdown-breaking parties in Downing Street as details kept on emerging and the Prime Minister himself was fined for breaking COVID laws.
I don't think you can be in charge of setting the rules during lockdown and then blatantly allowing people under your direct leadership to break those rules.
We now have a clear picture of a much wider set of concerns, and they are not just about Partygate, although that is a concern. They are also about core policy issues, and unfortunately now he has to go.
Boris Johnson has written to Conservative MPs, acknowledging he'd come under a great deal of fire, which had been painful for the whole party. He said tonight's vote was a golden chance to put this behind them and asked for their support to take the country forward. His allies are flooding the airwaves.
I think the focus now has to be, as I say, not on the chaos of a divisive or destructive leadership contest, but to back the PM today. That's what I'm certainly doing. I'm encouraging my colleagues to do so.
I think that he will deliver for this country, and I think he would go on to win a general election with an ambitious programme for continuous improvement.
I will be backing the Prime Minister, and I think the majority of Conservative MPs will do as well, because I think our constituents want us to get on with that job.
But other critics have come into the open too. The former Foreign Secretary Jeremy Hunt, seen as a potential leadership candidate, said the party was no longer trusted by the electorate and today's decision was to change or lose. He said, would be voting for change. And the government's anti-corruption champion chose this morning to resign, saying he didn't believe Mr Johnson's actions were in line with the code governing ministers' behaviour.
It should be a resignation issue for him. It's certainly a resignation issue for me. And I don't see this with any degree of delight, because I think he's done some amazing things which I personally am very, very grateful for. But none of that, none of the good things he's done necessarily justify breaking and the ministerial code, which he himself has said is one of the underpinnings of good government and integrity in government in this country.
Boris Johnson will meet his MPs in Parliament at 4 o'clock to put the case for keeping him in person. At 6 o'clock, a secret ballot will start, which closes at 8 o'clock. The votes will be counted after that and the result announced. It's expected the Prime Minister is likely to win, but by how much will be key. A slim victory could still spell big problems for Mr Johnson. Helen Catt, BBC News.